With pick 251 in the 7th round and the Pittsburgh Steelers' final pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, they have decided to select guard Spencer Anderson out of Maryland. So, the one thing that I keep hearing with Spencer Anderson out of Maryland is that he's very position versatile and can move all around the offensive line if needed. And he's not one of these high name and top of the name guys that have fallen to the Steelers in each of the previous rounds. He's more of a depth piece for the Steelers and a guy who could just be solid and versatile for the Steelers if needed. I'm pretty sure the Steelers announced him as a tackle, but all these draft analysts have him listed as a guard. But just because I say he's position versatile, let's take a look at what I mean. In 2020, he played 240 snaps at right tackle, and in 2021, he played 316 snaps at center, and just this past season, at left guard, he played 24 snaps, at right tackle, he played 122 snaps, and his best position, where he played the most, is at right guard, 781. And this is key for the Steelers, because Steelers picked a lot of guards in free agency, and they have a lot of depth at that position already on their team. So if they announce him as a tackle and he can move all around the offense line, that could be great. But if he's only stuck at guard, that could be a problem because of all the depth that he already has at that position and the team has in general. So with Spencer Anderson, he's not one of these high name guys who fell to the Steelers, but he's just a solid pick in general. And he stands at 6'4" and 5/8 inches. He weighs 305 pounds. And in the 40-yard dash time, he ran a 5.18 second. And his RAS score was 9.37. So apparently he's also an athlete as well. So if he has to play left tackle, right tackle, because he's an athlete, he could probably do it. He might not be the best in that position. I believe he's more of a right guard, left guard, or center, more inside offensive line if needed. It's very hard, especially for late round picks, like round 7, to play tackle unless you're a swing tackle. So more than likely, I believe at the next level, he might play guard. But we never know what the Steelers decide. If someone gets injured, the Steelers don't really have a lot of depth at tackle right now on the team. So if someone gets injured, he might be able to swing there. But I believe he could be a backup and battle out in training camp. He might not be a guy who makes a team because of how much depth we have on the inside offensive line, but he's at least a guy to give a chance to fight in training camp and have these battles with the Steelers' other offensive line. And if the Steelers do decide to trade one of their guys, like Kendrick Green, or even cut him, or trade Kevin Dotson because they have so much depth at that position, he could be a guy who could just be there for depth if a trade does go down, or if a cut does go down later in the offseason. But in general, this is the Pittsburgh Steelers' final pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, and I want you guys to let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about this draft in general, altogether? Do you like every selection the Steelers did, or do you believe that you should have done something differently? And just in more in specific, since this video is the introduction to you about Spencer Anderson and what maybe he could bring to the Steelers, how do you feel about this being the final selection to cap off the Pittsburgh Steelers NFL draft so far and the first draft of Omar Khan's tenure with the Steelers as the general manager? So let me know down in the comments below. Also, with Spencer Anderson being from Maryland, that means the Steelers finally pick a Maryland player. We know how much the Steelers love selecting players from that school, dating all the way back to Anthony McFarland a few years ago. The Steelers have connections to that school because Mike Tomlin's son did go there for a couple of years to play, and the Steelers just love selecting players from that school. We've been waiting for a Maryland player. At least I've been waiting for that selection because I knew it was going to come. And it comes at the final selection in the 7th round with Spencer Anderson. So good luck to him and everyone else in the future that comes out of that school because of the connections. And we know the Steelers love having connections within their organization. And also, with that being said, I've covered every pick for the Steelers. Every selection that the Steelers have made in this year's draft, I covered it. So thank you for watching all the videos that I've made on the NFL draft so far. And just know, just because the draft is over, there's so many undrafted free agents. They're going to be headed to the Steelers. And I'm going to cover all of them for the Steelers. I might not make a single video on each player, but just know a recap video of every draft player that went undrafted, that the Pittsburgh Steelers signed. I'll make a video to recap it all and everything with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the coming future. Just know I'm on it. So stay tuned. And with that being said, Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well if you like Steelers content, analysis, reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for this channel as well so you get notified whenever I post next Steelers video. And I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.